Michael had been struggling since he came out of the coma. It was neurological damage. He had impulse control issues. I mean, he was an emotional, volatile kid. And that night set him off. I gotta admit, it was shocking when Sonny went off on Claudia the way he did. No one expected it. Everything seemed normal. 1 minute, everything was fine, and then the next, chaos. Claudia had Michael's pregnant mother at gunpoint. She was going into labor. She hauls her out of there, steals a car, goes God knows where. I mean, Michael wasn't the only one flipping out.
Jax brought me home.
There's his mother on the couch. She'd just given birth, and this mad woman who'd kidnapped her at gunpoint is about to take off with the baby.
So there wasn't much time to think.
They killed Claudia. I believe him. If there had been a proper investigation, law enforcement would have believed them too. But see, Michael's parents and his Uncle Jason don't trust the system. Their brilliant idea was to engineer a cover-up. That's what they do, lie, and conceal, and cover up, so they don't have to face the consequences of their actions. Eventually, it looked like Sonny was guilty, so they ran with that and told Michael to keep his mouth shut. Only Michael has a conscience. He's not versed in the many ways that the grown-ups in his life evade prosecution. He was compelled to confess. He actually came forward, but Commissioner Scorpio didn't believe him. But he held onto that shirt, the one definitive thing that places him at the scene with blood on his hands. And it speaks volumes for the internal struggle that's a normal day for that kid. Yeah, you know, my brother is messed up. How could he not be with these conscienceless people in charge of him?
All right, now you are sermonizing.
Your Honor, may I please speak?
Briefly, to me.
I would simply caution, Your Honor, this is about a conflicted cop with conflicted loyalties conspiring with a brain-damaged kid to try to save their dad from going to prison by offering up a more sympathetic killer.
I appreciate you looking out for me, Counselor, but I won't be basing my decision on this matter on anybody's word. I need to talk to the boy himself. To that end, I'm issuing a warrant for the arrest of Michael Corinthos III for the murder of Claudia Zaccara Corinthos. There was one other witness to the events that transpired in the cabin that night, a witness apparently who perjured herself, Mrs. Jax, front and center. Let's swear this witness in again, bailiff. Apparently the first time it didn't take.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Be seated.
Perjury is a serious offense, Mrs. Jax.
I'm aware of that, Your Honor.
Good, then I don't have to explain to you how irritated I get when it happens in my world. This is your only chance to convince me that you're telling the truth this time, or what you say can and will be held against your son.
I understand.
Then let's proceed. Was your previous account of the events leading up to the death of Claudia Corinthos true and accurate, or is it your wish to change your story?
I'd like to change my story.
In the cabin on the night Claudia Corinthos died.
Yes. He drove over with Sonny. He was a few steps behind. He walked in right after Sonny hit Claudia. And Michael was understandably shocked. He knelt down next to Claudia to see if she was okay. He had no idea she was dead. And that's how Michael got Claudia's blood on his shirt.
So the confession that Michael gave to Detective Falconeri, that's the lie.
You have no idea what my son's been through. He went out with his father to a coffee warehouse and he was shot. And that's because of Claudia. She hired someone to kill Sonny, and Michael was hit instead, and he spent a year of his life in a coma. When Michael woke up, he wasn't the same, and that has been very difficult for all of us. Michael has not been able to control his impulses ever since. He speaks without thinking. He says things he doesn't mean. He's been in counseling. He's been to therapy, and we have medical records to support this. Yes, we wanted to protect Michael. We wanted to shield him from this case because we didn't want to put him through this. But Michael didn't do anything wrong, and he definitely did not kill Claudia Zaccara. And what Detective Falconeri's motives are for wanting you to think that he did, I cannot say. I don't know. I can only guess that the prosecution is correct in saying that Dante wants to use my son to protect Sonny, who happens to be his father. And that's huge for Dante. And if you don't believe that, you're not as smart as I think you are.
Well, that was quite a speech, Mrs. Jacks.
I was just telling you how it happened.
Is that it? Is there something you'd like to add?
That's all.
Step down. I want Michael Corinthos' medical records added to the case file and on my desk for review. This court will be adjourned until such time as Michael Corinthos can be produced to go on record. Miss Miller, your client's status hasn't changed. He's still the defendant in an ongoing murder trial. The jury is still sequestered and may be called to render their previous verdict or restart deliberations. Court is adjourned.
Carly.
Well, you've been just aching to get Michael on the stand. Looks like you're gonna get him. Classic case of careful what you wish for. Where's Jason?
Looking for Michael. With any luck, he's found him and put an end to all this madness.
You sure you want to stick around?
There's no way I'm leaving you. You need me.
Well, that's good. So I might need you to watch my back.
You know, Claudia was wrong on many levels. Inflicted a lot of damage on a lot of people. And I gotta tell you, one thing she never did was sell her brother down the river. I hope you're happy with that fallout. Especially the part where Sonny walks out of here a free man and you never get another crack at him again.
Are you stupid or just blatantly corrupt? Sonny Corinthos has left a trail of ruin that goes back more than a decade. Finally, he's about to be stopped. And you blew it.
Dante did his duty.
Dante just bought himself an internal affairs investigation.